guys, we're heading up 31. We're heading to Charlevoix, Michigan. We're going to visit Steve at Extremetears.com. He's got teardrops that you can rent in Michigan, and he's got the XLT model, which is a new one for this year. We're going to check it out. We're going to tow it over to Tearstock 2018, which is being held at Mill Creek Campground this year. So should be kind of interesting adventure.
It should be fun.
Check out all the different teardrops and different manufacturers and styles and sizes, and see what other people are sleeping in. So as we approached Steve's place just off US 31, we drove up into his driveway and we could see the two tiers he offers for 2018. The one we rented last year was the XTR model. That's the smaller. It's 4 foot tall, 10 foot long, 5 foot wide. This has a full standard galley kitchen like a typical teardrop. Has a roof rack, an awning, and some other features, including USB ports, power, and a place to store a fridge or cooler. Has your standard configuration cabinets inside. Be able to store clothes, an everything shelf. We'll talk about that more later. And your fold-up couch. The one we were going to rent this year was the XTR XL. This is the same as the smaller model, but just has a foot more headroom on the inside, which allows you to have a little bit more storage and capacity to have a pull-out shelf on the inside. So Steve gave us a complete walk-around tour of this XL. We made sure we understood how everything worked. We loaded it up, and we headed out to Mill Creek Campground, which was approximately an hour and a half from his location. So we threw a bike rack on the back, threw the bikes on, we took off. The trailer pulls really well. I didn't have any issues with trailer sway, with the bikes on the back. We got to camp about an hour and a half later. You can't even tell the thing was back there, pulled with a 1500 Chevy. So we checked in, we found our site, and let's take a more detailed look at the XTR XL. So this model is bigger than their current model, the XTR. This one is the XTR XL. This is 5 foot wide by 10 foot long and is 5 foot high, which makes it kind of unique. There's not too many teardrops out there that are 5 foot tall. So this thing was fully equipped, had every bell and whistle you could think of. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough. We thought people would be interested in seeing this model, and you have to check their website for pricing and availability. So in the front here, you start out with a 2-inch ball. They put a really heavy 1,500 pound wheeled caster on the front there, so that thing is extremely heavy duty. In the front we have tongue box. In the tongue box he has 2 batteries with a battery cutoff, and I think you could go with a solar prep package if you wanted to. Steve had one on his. So when I rented this one, it had a climate right air conditioner. This thing is sweet. You just plug it into 120. You got to be plugged into a powered campsite. And you got 2 hoses that attach to the front of it. This is like an AC prep package. So you can connect the hose. And that's it. You just let that thing run. And we had temperatures last night around 65 degrees. It was chilly. We actually had to put extra covers on. But the nice thing is, it has a remote control, so you can control the temperature. So that was awesome, having the remote control. We could control the temperature and adjust it to whatever we want. It also has built-in heat. So you can use this unit here for running your heat and running your AC. So the storage area here is awesome. This graded section here is really, really wide. It's probably 1.5 feet wide. You can put any kind of equipment you want on your way up and strap it down. On the outside of the trailer, you've got a nightlight, which is really handy. There's a vent up here to ventilate the inside of the trailer so you don't get any kind of condensation. With the air running all last night, we didn't have any issues with condensation. It was nice and cool all night. Extreme off-duty road tires, and these fenders are heavy duty. You can stand on these And he did have the roof rack option on the top of this one, which he has attached to this one, an ARB awning. The ARB awning was a snap to set up. Just 2 poles that kick out, provides plenty of shade, and you just have a couple ropes that attach to the bottom and you're ready to go. Provides a great area shade and comfort. So I'll work our way around to the back. In the back they got stabilizers, so you can put those down. Makes the trailer not real tippy. I'm telling you, even with the stabilizers up though, this trailer's not tippy at all. Okay, in the back here, this has a different setup than your traditional tier. As you can see, everything's tucked away in your galley. You've got your sink and you've got a large storage area to the side. Then on this wall, you have a small storage area, and then you have this table that folds up. So we're gonna set it up for you and show you what it looks like. So the galley part comes out. The table comes in, and there's just a little attachment point underneath that folds up, and that keeps that table up in place so that the table doesn't fall down. Then you can just flip your sink head up to your faucet, and we like to take some of our stuff and put it out on the table. We left it set up like this 90% of the time. Unless it's raining and a downpour, we can just leave this open just like this and work off it all the time. It has some cool lights here. These all do all kinds of flashy patterns and that kind of thing, so at nighttime you don't attract so many bugs. You can change it to different colors, red and blue and orange, whatever you want. Disco party lights behind the sink. But you get a power strip there, so you've got a place to plug in 120 options. And I'm not sure on the size of the water tank, but underneath here you can see it's got the water tank, the pump, and then you've got your battery charger optional hose attachment. Voila, all put away. So you see this hose attachment, we'll show you one of the things that's attached to the side of the trailer. So on this side of the trailer, you have your propane, and then you have on-demand hot water. Now I'll show you how this works. The hose comes from the sink area, then it would attach to the bottom of this on-demand water heater. So you can have instant showers. He doesn't have the hose attachment you'd ask for if you're going to take this off of the boondocks and boondock camp, but that would attach to the bottom here and have a wand, and you could take a hot shower anytime you wanted to. And then as we move along the side here, you got your propane accessory, and then you're back to your second door. This is what the other side looks like. And I forgot to mention here, you've got your water attachment, and then you've got your plug-in for your 110 for the whole trailer to power it. Now these windows, they're screened, so you have a screen on the bottom half, and then Steve put these nifty little shades. You can pull these down so you've got complete privacy with your door. That worked out really nice last night. You can see those white connections, that's where your air conditioning was. So one has the cold air and one is the return. You've got a couple of reading lights. You have this beautiful skylight, which last night when we were sitting in it looking up, you could see the stars. It was pretty awesome to have that window. This is the everything shelf, we call it. You can put anything you want on this shelf. It's got a cup holder over here, and then we just put all our stuff along here. You can quickly open the door and grab anything you want. We put flashlights and toiletries, anything we needed to grab quickly. Bottle holder. And down here is a storage compartment, so you can stash stuff away depending on which way you sleep. We slept with our heads here, so you could quickly open that up and grab something. So the bed here is a trifold configuration, so it can be made into like a little couch. As we move up to the top here, there's a little grab handle, which can come in handy getting in and out. And up top here we got a fantastic fan with a light, 3-speed fan. You turn that thing on, it just sucks a lot of the air through and creates a nice breeze if you don't want to use the air. So then up over here, that's your vent that we had on the outside. Down here you got little storage nooks on both sides, little screens, which are pretty handy. Then over here in the top, you have these huge storage areas. We have our clothes bags up there, and the little nets can come down. It's awesome. It's probably 3 foot deep, and it's probably a 1.5 feet tall. It's amazing how much room is in there. And we just have the two of us, so most of it's open. We just have our 2 clothes bags. And then you got another vent here. And you have this really unique storage shelf. We'll show you this thing set up here. So we just pulled that shelf out. And what that is an extended area for more gear if you wanted, or from talking to Steve, he said some people are asking for an area to put a small child, and you could easily do that. You've got a little lip so they can't roll out. And if I can pan back here, there's plenty of room. Your feet would go underneath. And she's fully laying down. Your feet are underneath, and you could put a small child in there easily. On the far side there, you've got 2 12-volt plugs. You've got a power strip underneath for more power, and you have more power by your head. So on this side for power, you have 120, and then you have 2 USBs and 12 volt. So one of the things we hear about teardrops is that you can't stand up in them. Well, this one, being 5 foot tall, you can just about stand up on it. My wife, she's 5'6", and she's just about standing up. So she's really close. If you don't like to do the shimmy shake to get your clothes on, if you're a teardropper, you know what that's like. 5 foot option might be something you want to look into. So take a look at everything Steve has to offer at Extremetears.com.